After completing the wilderness as a hardcore Iron Man, there was only one goal, even more extreme: completing the Grandmaster Combat Achievements while being locked to PvP worlds. And the person who PKs me will receive the bounty of over 2 billion GP. In this episode, the goal is to get some huge upgrades because, trust me, I'm gonna need them to survive. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is go back to our roots because we are going to the wilderness. And the reason is that even though I did over 1.5k Chaos Fanatic, I still have a combat achievement to complete. Wait, you can't use a cannon in the wilderness on a PvP world. That is so strange. Also, I gotta be careful using this teleport on a PvP world because inside the KBD lair it is multi and you can be attacked. Anyway, the task I need to do is do 10 kills without any prayer restoration, which shouldn't be too hard considering I can just prayer flick. Ooh, we got a heart clue. Okay, that is actually really nice. And this should be the final kill. Yeah, there it is. We are now completely done with the Chaos Fanatic. And sadly, I can't complete the clue scroll. Anyway, it is now time to do an important grind because I want to go to Zulrah and Dagonot Kings as soon as possible, which means I need some decent bolts. And to make these bolts, I need fletching levels, so I'm gonna try to get them as efficiently as possible. Okay, this took a long time to buy with only 3 worlds, but we got a lot of supplies now, so let's start fletching. Bro, this is some crazy XP for my level. That is 55 fletching, which means we can make broad bolts now, and that is gonna be even better XP. There we go, broader fletching unlocked, which means we can now make broad bolts. 63 fletching, which means we can make ruby bolts. And 65 fletching, so we can also make diamond bolts now. I hope that is not a scout, because I have to make a lot of eddy bolts. Okay, this was more stressful than it should have been, but we now have all the eddy bolts. And luckily doing wilderness stuff gave me a lot of gems, so let's make some ruby and diamond bolts now. And that is 2k rubies and 3k diamonds. Let's go enchant them. And there it is, we now have a bunch of enchanted bolts, and this is gonna allow us to do some really exciting content. But the first thing I wanna do is a little bit of barrows. And the items that I kinda wanna get before going to Zulrah or DKs are a Carol Stopper bottom and some tank legs. And we get
nothing.
And no items in 15 chests, sadly, and I have to change content now because I will get found. That is 50 farming, and I finally started doing 3 runs because eventually I want to do endgame PVM, so I need some high farming. That is an interesting name. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, now it is time to go back to Slayer, and I wanna get some tasks which are good for XP or allow me to do some bosses. Ooh, fire giants. Last time I did these, I got found 2 times and teleblocked once, but I can't skip them every time and I need the defense XP, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, I think that this is a scout, so I'm not gonna do them in Neve's cave because last time I went there I got found pretty much instantly. Okay, so I'm gonna do this task in a place called the Giant's Den, which is a place I didn't even know existed until my friend told me about it, so surely the hunters won't find me here. Now, something that makes this spot extra interesting is the fact that you can also get dark totem pieces and ancient shards here, and I'm gonna need those to do combat achievements in the future, so this might be a really nice secret spot. Oh my god. How did they find me there? That is honestly insane. I'm trying to figure out how they knew I was there, but I literally don't know. What am I doing? I don't want to talk about it. I need a break. Now the reason why I'm a bit shook at the moment is because the people who found me at the Fire Giants are West Ham, and I think the other one is Scrip, who was also part of the group who killed Sea Engineers Hardcore. And what scares me the most is that they are extremely good PKers, but clearly also really good at hunting. But at the same time, I gotta keep going. Okay, I'm gonna finish off the task in Neve's Cave, which is predictable, but at least it's way closer to a safe zone. Honestly, I'm expecting them to log in every second now. Okay, we actually managed to complete the task. That is beautiful. Nah. Fire Giants again. I wanna skip them so bad, but it's a task that I have to do. There is a scout in the bank already. That is a beautiful start. Wait, I just got 75 defense. And this is kinda big because it allows me to go for massive upgrades such as a Serp Helm, Primordial Boots and a Dragon Fire Shield, so that is gonna be some of the goals really soon. And for once we actually managed to complete a Fire Giant task without people finding me. Abyssal Demons, okay, that is again not close to a safe zone at all, but it is good for XP, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, we managed to complete another task without being found, and we also got a clue scroll, so that is exciting. Casket? Do we get Blessed TI Chaps? Absolutely not, but maybe we get some better luck at Barrows now. That is a 96 mage, and honestly I want to get to 99 mage as soon as possible because having the skill cape is gonna make switching between all the spell books way easier, and that is gonna be massive for me. No, that is the dry streak ended, but I think that is potentially the worst item possible. 76 defense, 60 KC, and I'm gonna go to bed now because I can't stay here for too long. Man, I just got back on and there's already a guy here. Is it a scout? I don't know, but it's not ideal. Ooh, okay, we got Dagonots, which means we are going to the Dagonot Kings, but first we need to do something else, which is also a little bit scary. So I want to get into the farming guild as soon as possible, which means I need 60% Hosidius favor, and to do so I need to dig up Saltpeter, and this means I need to spend like 20 minutes in multi, and clearly the hunters can find me anywhere. Okay, this was really annoying with only 4 inventory spaces, but we should be done now. And that is all the fertilizer, and now we have over 60% Hosidius favor. Beautiful. Nah. This is my first time in the farming guilds, and there is some kind of scout here. Come on, man. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to Dagonot Kings, and I just realized that this account doesn't have an accumulator, so instead of questing, I'm actually gonna buy myself the ranging cape because that has the same effect and also some better defense bonuses. There we go, and now it's time for the DKs. I'm gonna say this now, if they know that I'm at DKs, I am dead because all of this is multi and I am more than 5 minutes away from a safe zone. Okay, so the plan is to alternate between Prime and Rex, and the reason is that I'm simply gonna need a Berserker ring, but having a Sears ring would also be really nice for tanking. And obviously there's also a bunch of combat achievements, and I'll try to do as many as I can in this task. Alright, Rex has been frozen, and that should be a task completed. Yeah, beautiful. No! A Dragon Axe. That is the one unique that I don't need. And I'm actually gonna leave it on the floor because I don't want to deal with Supreme again, and I'm sure we'll get another one in the future. No! That's not the right ring. If this was the Berserker ring at this KC, that would have been so nice. And just like that we got another 2 tasks done, but now I gotta go to the bank because with these restores I'm not tanking anyone. Nah. Why would anyone be there? That has to be a scout, right? Man, I am so worried now because if it actually was a scout, they will get me, but I guess we'll find out. Nah, I am actually getting all the bad uniques, man. What is this? Oh, I just got 95 Slayer, and this is actually a big level because that is Hydra unlocked, which means I can now do all the Slayer bosses. Oh my god. We actually got a Sears ring at 30 KC. Man, this is so lucky because this is actually a massive item for a PvP hardcore, so that is so nice. Okay, so I'm gonna try a couple more rec skills and maybe I'll get super lucky on the Berserker ring as well, but I don't wanna stay here for too long. A Ring of Life, I mean, it is the same drop rate as a Berserker ring, but I'm not gonna complain. And that's 40 KC and I should really leave now, but I wanna do one final task. Okay, so all I need to do is kill Rex while tanking Prime and Supreme at the same time, which shouldn't be too hard. There we go, that is an elite task completed and now we can actually get out of here. And what I can do now is unimbue my Salvami and then imbue my Sears ring, and watch this. This ring gives plus 12 mage attack bonus and plus 12 mage defense bonus, and honestly that is massive for tanking. And that being said, let's go get ready to go to Barrows again. Okay, that is wiggled in max gear. Anyway, let's actually go to Barrows now. Okay, so the plan is to do this until I get a big item, but that is if I don't get found, so let's see how it goes. Ooh, that is a 2 hits, man. I love this weapon so much. No, that's the dry streak ended, but sadly it's a terrible item and it's also a duplicate. No, what? That is crazy. That is an insane chest. Man, this is actually crazy because the Darrock's helm is nice because eventually I will need full Darrock's, but the Carol stop especially is probably the best item possible. And because we got some massive upgrades now, the private chat might get turned on really soon. But anyway, if you want to make our bounty even bigger, you can add my main in-game, and whenever you see it online, I will be on this exact tile in world 333. And that being said, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you soon.